So I thought one of the best ways that I could honor Betty Friedan tonight would be to be my authentic self. I am a housewife. I'm a divorcee, and I'm a veteran. And I think I owe Miss Friedan some thanks for my veteran status. I believe that she paved the way for equality, truly, in the workplace for women. I did very much struggle with this assignment and reading the Feminine Mystique. I felt that I would be empowered. And while there were some feelings of empowerment, I found myself being highly enraged reading her book. And then I decided to step into what Professor Cassius would state is known as the sociological imagination, which I later learned in her book was one of the reasons Miss Friedan blamed for the feminine mystique, the sociological perspective, and also the psychoanalytical perspective proposed by Sigmund Freud for the anal stages of development. I found it interesting that Betty herself in the 11th hour talks about the girdle, and this is the evolution of the girdle. In the 1980s section of When Everything Changed, it talks about Madonna and pop icons and Jane Fonda, and how that was what the ideal woman strived to look like, because that's how she wanted to keep a man. Like I said, I really struggle with the concepts in this book. One quote in particular on page 6 says, the role of if you weren't fulfilled, there was something wrong with you. And that was something that my mom, a doctor who became so in the early 1990s, faced during school as a single mom. She was scorned by other women because she was working outside the home. So I related strongly to that concept throughout the early pages of Betty Friedan's book. Some sincere empathy for my mother. And prior to that, I think about my grandmother's generation and how bold she was to be a nurse. And how she really did teach her 4 daughters that they could be anything that they wanted to be. Which is what I think Miss Friedan's goal was. Thank you for this assignment and the ability to learn through a legend. God bless.